welcome to the first Horus Heresy battle report. I'm joined today by...
Chris
Vecht. Not his real name.
Not my real name. I'm not using my real name. Fake
not giving it out to everyone.
No, not yet.
So we're here today to play a 2,500 point battle of Iron Warriors and Iron Hands.
Yep, all the iron.
Yeah, I suppose, we're going to see who is the real Iron Legion.
Me.
No. It is the fourth. So Chris is going to roll off to see what mission we're going to play and then what deployment. So we're going to do that.
Mission 1 is Blood Feud.
And deployment 4.
Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil.
Interesting.
So we will go over our army list and then come back with deployment. Welcome back to the army list section, of which I'm going to go first with my Iron Warriors, because Chris is ashamed of telling me his list of his Iron Hands. So I've got a Delegatus, who is completely basic, because why would my Iron Warriors be led by anything but a faceless normal mook? I've got a Moritat with Artificer Armour, 2 Plasma Pistols, Power Weapon, Refractor Field and a Jump Pack. I've then got 3 identical tactical squads with Bolters, additional Chainswords, a Tactical Sergeant with Artificer Armour, Power Fist. Going on to Elites, I've got 10 Destroyers with 2 Missile Launchers on Suspensor Webs, Melter Bombs, Jump Packs, and then the Sergeant has just got his standard loadout. I've got 3 Rapier Carriages with Laser Destroyer Arrays, and I've got a Sikaran Arcus, 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts with Siege Drills, one of which has got a Phosphex Discharger, and then I've got a squad of Iron Havocs, that's 7 of them, with 3 Missile Launchers, 3 Las Cannons, and the Sergeant's got a Las Cannon. They're then in a bunker, just to give them that bit of extra protection while they annihilate Chris's tanks. So Chris, what have you got in your army?
I have got a Praetor with a Paragon Blade, Cataphracti Terminator Armour, a Cyber Familiar, and Digital Lasers.
It'd be rude not to take the Cyber Familiar.
And with him I have 5 Gorgon Terminators with 3 Chain Fist and 1 Grav Gun.
Is this so you don't come out as the most wacky man in the universe?
Yeah, exactly.
You've taken the Gorgons.
Yeah, I've taken a handicap. So people already will hold me in higher regard than you. There's also 2 Power Fists in that squad. I've got 3 Cortus Dreadnoughts with 2 Conversion Beamers and 1 Plasma Cannon. I've got 2 5-man Plasma Gun squads in Rhinos. I've got 2 10-man tactical squads, both with additional close combat weapons. Vexilla and the Sergeants have Power Fists. They're both in Rhinos. And then I've got a Predator Squadron with Las Cannons, Machine Spirit and the Tank Commander. And my right of war is Head of the Gorgon, so all my tanks will be able to outflank.
Right, so what units do you think are going to do best in the game for you?
I would guess the Predators always do a decent amount when they outflank, depending on which side.
Coming into the side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I'd probably say anything that's a tank, really, just because of the fact it's going to be able to come on.
Do your infantry squads get to outflank because they're in Rhinos?
Yes.
Yes. So basically, you could just start on the board with your Terminators.
I could. It's just, would I be able to survive the firepower of the Iron Warriors?
Yeah, and one thing to draw attention to is is there the Rogue Trader?
Yeah, the old metal ones. Yeah. So I'd use those for the Cortus, because obviously there's no model for the Cortus, and every other Dreadnought chassis is kind of taken already by another name, so that works out quite well. And they are really good for the points, and the fact that they have special abilities like getting rage on the charge.
Yeah, the +1 movement, +1 charge is brilliant as well.
And +1 initiative's a really good one as well. Yeah. That means you're hitting before a lot of Dreadnoughts, so that's really good.
Which makes the big difference in the one-turn combat.
Exactly.
Dreadnought combats. So I'm, for the first time, using an Arcus, which obviously we've all heard the story about it. If that doesn't die turn 1,
it will.
It's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, it'll die turn 2, hopefully, when all my tanks
When all of the tanks Right, so we will go through deployment and then bring you guys back to see it. we are back and we're going to roll off to see who sets up and goes first. So Chris sets up first and he will get first turn unless I seize.
Whoop.
Okay, so we are back with deployment, of which Chris deployed first. So we're going to run through his thoughts on deployment.
So I've deployed the First Horus Dreadnought with the conversion beamer behind cover, just for a bit of a cover save. Obviously the second one I've set as far back as possible, because we all know with conversion beamers, the longer the range, the better hit. So hopefully getting some strength 10 AP1 large blast out of that one at the back. And then the third one I've just got kind of coming up the flank on the left, just to put some pressure on, I guess, a different direction, a bit of a corridor. And then within the building I've got my 5 Terminators and my Praetor, just basically going to walk forward and punch some stuff as we get into combat.
Right, so it's worth noting while we're here that the building, we're just going to say as Space Marines you can just punch through walls. And then we have these doorways and shutters on the building, which are here, which are removable. So we're going to say that in the movement phase or assault phase, if you were within 2 inches, you can just remove them or add them back at will, because they're currently line of sight blocking.
Okay.
And then won't be. So counter to that, in my deployment, I have the Leviathan Dreadnought with close combat weapon and siege drill here, ready to guard any outflanks and hopefully just move up on the conversion beamer. Hopefully I pass every single invulnerable save that Chris forces me to take there. I've got the Leviathan with Phosphex Discharger facing off against Chris's Terminators, and the Arcus facing off against Chris's Dreadnought with Plasma Cannon. Then I've got my 3 tactical squads in Rhinos, just sort of milling about here, hoping that they won't give away too many victory points in the blood feud. My Iron Havocs in the bunker, along with the Delegatus, and my Rapier, Las Rapier squad in Big Pete's Calf, which is a franchise. It's not owned currently by Big Pete, and they are going to be aligned, since I've modelled them differently. Crewman, Rapier, Crewman from Chris's side to my side. So then we will bring you back with the first turn, unless I seize. Actually, Chris, will you...
Do you want to roll a dice?
I'm seizing. I don't seize on a 2. So we'll come back with Chris's first turn. So we're back with Chris's first turn in your movement phase.
Right, so I'm going to start off by leaving these 2 dreadnoughts still.
That's to fire their move or fire conversion beamers.
Exactly. The next dreadnought I'm going to run. I'm going to test to overcharge his reactor first.
Okay, so that is... We're going to do it now, but it comes at the end of the turn normally. But
So
it's not going to matter this time.
On a 1. Nope, he's fine. So I'm going to give him +2 to this, I believe.
+2 to his run.
So that will be a mighty 11 inches. He surges forward. And then the Terminators will just rock through the building. Ooh. And that is a very quick movement phase.
Yeah.
So now we shall do some shooting.
Of which I imagine that would be very quick as well.
This will be quick. So the first conversion beamer is going to go into your Leviathan. So I will roll to see if it scatters in the trigger.
Okay.
It doesn't scatter.
Okay.
That's good.
Hits.
So strength 10.
It is. Okay, so strength 10 versus my front armour of 13.
That's a pen. That is a
Penetrating
6.
hit. And I'm going to use your Iron Hands dice. And the Iron Hands dice fail me on a 1.
So this is going to be AP1. So I'm going to add 2 to this.
Boom.
Boom.
Leviathan gone, first turn. I'm not using the Iron Hands dice again.
And
So a big hole blasted in that from the first shot.
That's good. I'm happy. Let's see if they work.
It's good for some people.
I will shoot the next one at the Orcus.
So, the second heavy conversion beamer at the Arcus, which will get intervening cover of 5+ from
So let's
the
see.
randoms.
So that's still going to be a hit because it's a large blast.
Yeah, and I believe you will clip if you just want to run around there.
We'll go there.
So Chris only hits the Arcus.
That's good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. He gets what he wants.
That's all I want for penetrating.
So the penetrating hit roll is... I get my cover save.
You do get your save.
So if I fail this, that will be popped on the first turn.
We'll be fine.
He passes it, he loves it. With the Iron Hands dice, maybe they're betraying you.
It hurts me. And that's it, that's my turn.
So that's Chrissy's turn 1. There's the big hole left from the first Leviathan having exploded. That was an excellent turn of events for you, especially with so few models on the table.
Yeah.
And we will come back with my turn 1.
You sad that your Leviathan died?
It's going to happen, isn't it? Of course, the first 30k game, I imagine it's all going to go against me. Iron Warriors turn 1, we're going to hopefully make up for the loss of the left-hand Leviathan. And I'm going to start by moving my Leviathan 6 inches to the side, to here. Hopefully remaining out of charge distance of Chris for the next turn. And preventing his command squad from popping their heads out of the building. Though I imagine he's going to outflank and ruin my day. The Arcus is going to move within its 6 inches as a fast vehicle to here. Oh, no it's not.
You want to shoot twice, don't you?
I don't, I need to get rid of that conversion beamer if I can. So he's going to go there and square himself up for a shot. The Rhinos are just going to pull back a little bit. Just going to manoeuvre themselves in ways which make me happy. And then first turn shooting, I'm going to start with the Havocs into the front conversion beamer Horus Dreadnought.
Okay.
So this is 4 las cannons, which hit on 2s because of the BS5. So 4 hits. And then they have Tank Hunter, strength 9 against your front 13.
Yeah.
So 4s to glance. And they have Tank Hunter, so get to reroll. So I've got a glance and a pen at -1 to Chris's cover save.
Okie doke. So this is going to be a 5-up invuln.
The penetrating hit first. He passes, and the glancing hit.
Fails, so I lose the whole point.
3 missile launchers into the same target. So 2 hits. And then strength 8 versus front armor 13 is 5s. With a reroll for Tank Hunter. So 1 penetrating hit again. Though this can't explode Chris, sadly.
Not the whole point.
And the penetrating hit is a 3. So it snap firing next turn. So its conversion beamer is useless. The Arcus at the same target. First it's 2 Sponson las cannons, of which 1 hits. It needs a 4, which I get a 2. And then it's 4 shots of its Arcus missile system, which is strength 8 and AP 2. So 3s to hit as a Space Marine.
Nice.
3 hits. Then 5s to glance. So I've got a glance and a pen. And you've got a 4-up position.
So the
Off cover.
glance saved, and the pen failed.
So the pen goes through. So let's see if the vehicle explodes, which it doesn't.
Don't really matter, does it?
So we're just going to remove the vehicle anyway because there's positions of cover all around. So it doesn't really add much. The laser rapier destroyers are going to line up to take down Chris's plasma cannon.
Okay.
Horus Contemptor. So there's 3 laser rapier destroyers, of which 3 hit from being Space Marines, And then these are ordnance weapons. So each rolls 2 and takes the highest. Strength 9, the laser destroyer will glance Chris on a 4. So a pen, and nothing. So 2 pens at AP1.
5 up in one. Makes 1.
So 1 goes through, which does an explodes result. So not too bad of a round of shooting from the Iron Warriors, demonstrating who is the most metal legion. Though I'm sure Chris has something nasty coming up in his outflanking turn.
I do.
So we will join you with that. So we are back for Chris's turn 2, of which he's going to outflank a load of pain onto the board.
I hope so. If they don't turn up though, this could be awkward. So I will start with the Predator Squadron.
Okay. So reserves roll.
So they appear.
They do come on.
But where did they come on?
So we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6.
5, 6. He chooses. He chooses.
I choose. So I'll deal with that after I've rolled.
Yeah, let's do all the reserves rolls and then.
So I'll roll now for the 2 tactical squads. Both identical, both come on. See where they come on. 1 I pick and 1 on the right hand side.
Yeah, so that's this side where the banner Leviathan was removed from.
And then I'll do the 2 plasma gun squads. Both appear, and which sides do they come on? 1 on the left and 1 on the right.
Yeah, 1 on each side. So we will join you again when Chris has set up those outflanks. Chris has moved his outflankers onto the board. He's started with a tactical squad and plasma squad that have come on each side.
Yeah.
Hoping to get some flank shots into the Arcus if the predators that have come on right at the back don't kill him. Yeah, so they have got machine spirit, it's been pointed out, so can choose 2 targets. And he's hoping to destroy everything high value this turn. So, Chris, remaining moves.
Well, there's not much, so it's going to be these Terminators.
Yeah, so the heavy conversion beamer Dreadnought does not move.
He's just going to stand there. We'll just advance up to the wall.
Just preventing me from getting closer to the cover so they don't pop out and destroy my tanks.
Right, that was a pretty quick movement phase.
Yeah. So, on to the shooting phase.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to start with the conversion beamer.
Okay.
Into the Arcus.
Okay, so heavy conversion beamer into the Arcus. I think this will have to go right on the corner from the line of sight that you have. So Chris's scatter goes 9 minus the 4, so 5, directly to the rear right corner of the tank.
So it's still going to clip the tank.
So he's still going to clip the tank, and possibly, if we can grab the large blast, clip the Leviathan as well. So the blast does not clip the Leviathan and just gets the Arcus at strength 10 AP1.
Which also has ordnance, which I'd forgot previously. So I'll roll the 2 dice. It's not been a factor until now, but and it's still not a factor because they both failed.
Excellent news.
Terrible news.
So Chris has got the dilemma of where to place his shots from the predators. I reckon everything into one target.
No, that's definitely not what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to split. I'm going to put a las cannon from each predator into the Arcus using power of machine spirit, and then we'll do the predator cannons and the remaining las cannons into the Leviathan.
Okay, so this utilises the rule for squadrons where you don't block line of sight within the squadron.
Yes. So I'm going to start by doing the machine spirit las cannons into the Arcus.
Yeah.
So 2 hits.
Yep, so I've got an armour value 12 on the rear.
So these are tank hunter as well because they've got a squadron command tank. So I will need freeze for a glance.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll that. So 1 glance.
Oh, that is an excellent result for me.
And then,
so that is down to 2 hull points for the Arcus.
And then I'm going to shoot the Predator cannons into the Leviathan, so that's 4 shots each.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good roll, so only 2 miss.
Ooh. Ooh.
The rear or side armor's 13.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 5s.
5s to glance?
Yeah, but then...
Oh no, 6s to glance because you strength 7.
Correct, yes, I am sure. You're right.
6s with rerolls.
So we've got 1 so far. 2.
So 2 total glances on the Leviathan. Of which the Leviathan saves 1 with its animatic shielding.
Alright, so the last cannons.
Yes. So 3 last cannon shots from the same squadron into the Leviathan. Oh, miss. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
This is what was always going to happen.
Always.
So next I will put the 2 plasma guns shoot from the plasma gun. I'm going to shoot it into the Arcus because I think I've got more chance of killing that rather than the Leviathan. So they'll be rapid firing. So with 2 shots each. So the first one, both hit. Second one, 1 misses and gets hot on 2. Is it?
No, it's just 1s.
So now I need 5
for
for
7. So 2 hull points done, which takes out the Arcus. And did you get a pen?
I got a 6, yes.
Do you want to roll to see if it explodes? So it doesn't explode and it's just wrecked.
And then...
So we have 1 dead Arcus.
But we've still got a Leviathan that's alive, which is not ideal.
We do, but his options are limited. Do I crack open a Rhino next turn? Or do I try and mook an entire squadron of Predators? I think I know what I'm going to do, but we'll see.
So next we'll move on to the Rhino over there with the Predator squadron, the Plasma squadron.
So this is the Rhinos over here going into my Rhino?
Into your Rhino, yep. So same as last time, it's going to be 2 plasma guns out the top hatch.
Yep.
So the first guy gets hot, and the next guy gets hot. So we'll do the...
So that's 1 hit and 2 guys separately overheating.
Yeah. So I'll do the overheating first. So the first one is fine, the second one is fine. So then the plasma into the Rhino. So
it's on the side?
Yeah.
So it needs a 4 to glance.
Nope.
Fail. Okay. So, not the best shooting phase other than the Arcus casualty. That is a big blow actually. But
it took 3 tanks and a plasma gun squad to do it.
And getting near to the combat Leviathan.
This is the risk.
So we will come back with my turn 2 momentarily. Iron Warrior's turn 2, and this is going to have to be a turn of significant damage to Chris, because otherwise it's all going to go pear-shaped. So I'm going to start off here. Oh! What I forgot. Destroyers. Destroyers are coming in. So, reserves roll for the destroyers to deep strike. They come in. The destroyers are going to deep strike on top of the destroyed Sakaran Arcus.
Yep.
And their roll for scatter. They go 7 inches to that way. So 7 inches puts them just to the front of the Arcus, and I will get them set up and come back. The destroyers have ended up to the front here with the Moritat placed out front so that I'm in range of the Rhinos in case they need cracking if the laser destroyers fail.
Uh-oh.
So we'll see. Hopefully they can destroy the passengers, but that's not how this game seems to be going at the moment. So, next up is what to do with the tactical squads. I think they're just going to have to disembark onto the statue in order to get some cover from the plasma squads that will get out next turn.
Thought you might have stayed in there.
Someone's got to do something. So, the 6-inch movement from the Rhino brings the tactical squads into this piece of cover here. So the 10-man tactical squad has disembarked from the Rhino, which is just hoping to block Chris's Rhino in an ineffectual battle of the armour value 11 tanks. The tactical squad is hopefully going to gun down whatever arrives out of there if Chris gets out next turn, or he can ineffectually plink single dudes off me for the rest of the game. This second Rhino is going to move here and form a wall, of which that tactical squad is going to stay in. And the Rhino over this other side is going to move 6 to the terrain. It's going to face to the side, and then this tactical squad is going to get out 6 to this point here. So in the swiftest of change of hearts, the tactical squad is in fact going to stay in the Rhino because they're terrified of this Terminator squad coming up and mooking them next turn. The Leviathan here is going to trundle over 6 inches alongside the Rhino to hopefully cause some damage on the Predator squadron in the assault phase. I'm going to start off with the laser destroyers, who are going to fire into the Plasma's Rhino next to Chris. So that's the one further back towards Chris's table edge. This one. So 3 shots hitting on 3s, which are twin linked as laser destroyers. So 2 hits, and then each one of these at strength 9 is ordnance, so rolls 2 dice and picks the highest. So the first one is a pen, and the second one is a pen. So no cover save for Chris.
Nope.
So 2 AP1 damage rolls, of which I get a double 1.
Oh, that's the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, I bet. So the Rhino is snap firing next turn, which might include the passengers. But possibly not. We'll come to that next turn.
It does, yeah.
So the Moritat is going to chain fire at the same Rhino. So the first 2 is 2 hits, 4 hits. Does chain fire overheat on a 2?
Yes. It does now.
Right, so that's 3 hits because chain fire overheats on a 2 with a plasma gun. So that's 4 hits. And another overheat at 4 hits. So that's 2 armour saves for the Moritat, of which he takes a wound.
Oh.
And there's 4 armour penetration rolls for the Rhino. Big
All
rolls
pen.
there, all pen. And I think you have a 5-up intervening cover.
Right, no problem.
So 5-up cover for the Rhino.
Oh, so close.
2 passed, 2 failed. And I will see if the Rhino explodes. So 6, so the Rhino explodes. So Chris has 5 armour saves to make for the passengers. So the strength 4 hits on the guys inside the Rhino.
Which
All
becomes
5.
strength 3 against me because you -1 strength.
Oh.
It's designated as a shooting attack.
So 3 wounds against the guys in the Rhino.
I'll take 1 on the Artificer.
Okay.
Loves it. And then 2 normal guys. Both love it.
Shame. And then a pinning check for the explosion.
Love it.
The Havocs in the bunker are going to fire at the Quarters Contender at the back.
Ooh.
Which we know is just in range because I deployed on the line and you at the back
Yeah.
gives your base in range. So 4 las cannons. So 3 hits at BS5. And then your armour value 13 means a glance on 4s with Tank Hunter making me reroll. So you've got a glance and 2 pens to throw into the box, please, Chris.
So the glance gets through and the 2 pens saves 1.
So the pen result is snap firing next turn again.
I can live with that.
And the glance just takes off the whole point. Then I've got 3 missile launchers, of which I get 3 1s.
Whoop.
All miss. So the most ineffectual duel in history carries on. The charge of the Leviathan.
Double what?
6. He's in.
That's going to hurt.
Ooh. So, contrary to popular belief, and by popular I mean Tom, he does not get 9 attacks on the charge. So, the Leviathan Dreadnought has 4 attacks base and gets +1 for charging. I hit the Predator Squadron on 3s, so all hit. And then I have a Siege Drill, so each one gains the...
It's all rear armour anyway, and you're strength 10 and I'm armour 10, so,
it's auto
all
pen.
pens.
Oh, that's a happy time. So 5 penetrating hits on Chris at AP2.
So it might be worth doing this in one at a time, because if you blow one...
So I'm going to roll them singly. So the first one,
whole point.
Snap firing. The next one is snap firing. Snap firing.
Okay, so that's one effectively destroyed because all the hull points.
Yeah, the command tank is at the back, I imagine.
It is.
So the next 5, 6 immobilized.
Yeah.
And then snap firing.
Okay.
So Chris has a snap firing Predator, 1 lost Predator, and the command tank at the back, who's completely fine. And he's now free to move away and form his own squadron.
Which is not... That's quite a good outcome. What could have happened.
It's not the word. When I got 5 hits on the charge.
That was worrying. With auto penetrating as well, that makes it...
Yeah. So, we will come back for Chris's turn 3, where I believe some infantry are about to die.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so we are back for Chris's turn 3, in which he's hopefully, for him, going to destroy all these destroyers, destroy the tactical squad, and destroy the Leviathan.
This is true.
I can read your mind, Chris. I can read your mind of what you need to do this turn.
I think what I'm going to do is disembark some...
You're actually going to get out of your transport?
I'm actually going to get out. It's unusual for me, but I'm going to actually do this. So what I'm going to do is I will disembark from...
So the marks are at 3 and 6.
Cool. So I'm going to get a plasma gun squad out of here.
So that's into the side arc of the Rhino with a tactical squad that's still inside.
And then I'm going to get the other tactical squad out here.
Ooh, running away from my tactical squad, are we, Chris?
And that's the idea, yes. And then,
at least we know which legion's braver.
And then over here we will get a tactical squad. There's a lot of firepower in that unit. But who cares, let's do it. So we will get a tactical squad out there as well.
By which Chris means who cares, because they won't be there next turn, hopefully for him.
And then the other thing I'll do is I will move the Terminators.
Okay, so they're coming through the door in the building, so don't need to take a difficult terrain test.
I could attempt a long bomb charge, but it would be a long bomb charge.
Well, I think you're getting a bit ahead of your shooting phase there.
We'll see. Right, and I'll just get the other guys out.
So Chris's infantry are deployed out of the Rhinos that haven't yet moved. And I think Chris is wanting to move his Rhinos.
Yeah, I'm just going to reposition them a bit. So I'm going to move one to there, and that one's going to go to there.
Oh, did we measure that? Is that
That's
within range?
exact sizes.
Is it?
And I think that's movement done.
Yeah, so we're looking fairly heavy on one side of the table. There's been no advance made by the Iron Warriors this game. So we'll join you in the shooting phase. We're going to start on the General Ruckus side of the board.
So I think we'll start with shooting the Predators into the Leviathan.
Okay, so one of the Predators is currently snap firing from a damage result, but Chris has Machine Spirit,
Yeah.
so he can choose to fire probably the las cannon.
I think I'm going to go for the las cannon. So the las cannon will shoot. One las cannon will shoot normally.
Okay.
And then, so that's because there are 2 tanks still in the squadron. So there'll be 3 las cannons shooting normally with 1 hit, and then the snap firing misses. So just 1 las cannon hit.
Yep.
Which is a glance.
A glance. So the Leviathan has already lost a hull point. So I believe the Leviathan has 4 hull points.
He does, unfortunately.
Excellent. Well, now he's got 2.
So
Okay, so the Predator autocannons.
yeah, so the one that isn't snap firing, so hitting on freeze. So 1 misses, and then the one that is snap firing,
It's in
hit on
6s.
6s.
Oh no!
Not too bad. Now, unfortunately, we now need 6s to do anything.
It brings joy to my heart, that one, Chris. Yeah. Oh no! I
Just
spoke
one.
too soon. It's enough to do a whole point's worth of damage.
Yeah, take that. So, for those wondering, the reason I don't have Tank Hunter this time round is because I've lost one of the tanks.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you've got to have the full 3 tanks for the
Oh,
squadron.
I thought you just bought the upgrade.
No, it only works while there's a certain number of tanks in the squadron. So,
Mind blown.
I know, game changer.
Okay, so Chris is going to shoot next.
Yeah.
I imagine the plasma guns into my destroyer squad.
I think I might do the bolters first.
Just so we can waste everyone's time on
Yeah,
camera.
exactly, yeah. I think that would be a good thing to do. So, we're probably going to rapid fire these.
And I'd just like to point out, as Chris pulls it out, Chris has a tape measure from the 1970s.
Fiscal Unimatic. Classic antique tape measure. So that's everyone in range.
Do you think that tape measure's stretched out? That is measures slightly longer range.
I wouldn't like to comment.
Do you use that tape measure for fantasy charges?
Yes, definitely. But as I play dwarves, it's irrelevant. As
Yeah,
I
it
do
just
with
evens
charge.
everything out, doesn't it? Right, so...
So I'll do these twice. So the rapid firing bolters.
Okay, so Chris is rapid firing his bolters, so you're going to roll 10 dice twice.
We need 3s. And then we need 4s because you're weak.
Oh no,
so
very
that's
weak.
7.
Very weak.
And then the next set. And
3s and then 4s.
So that is 10 saves in total, please.
Hopefully these Iron Hands dice will betray Chris to make these make up to the 10. Oh, a lot are very dead. So that's 4, 5, 6 dead destroyers.
Nice.
1. Oh no, the Moritat is in the way. How do you want to resolve this, Chris?
I'm happy just to take the normal guys if you want.
You're about to do.
I'm about to plasma the hell out of you anyway, so
So-
it makes no difference to me.
So Chris is currently very happy because I got the wrong order and didn't roll the saves for my Moritat. But Chris is going to be magnanimous because he's about to fire his plasma guns into the Moritat.
It's all good.
So I'm going to remove 6 destroyers. And I've just got to point it out now, that doesn't force a panic check. But I know, I've got to say it because it's my only thing. So, next, the plasmas.
Yep.
So the plasmas into the destroyers.
So rapid firing.
Yep.
So I'd best do these one at a time. Do it.
Okay, so 10 shots from the rapid firing 5 destroyers.
So I've got 3 gets hot.
Yep.
I'll do those in a minute. I'll roll to wound. So 5 wounds on you, and let's see how many I take. And 3 wounds on me.
Okay, that's not the worst of results for me, since that was going to happen anyway.
Ugh.
So, 3 dead plasmas. Oh, I'm going to just leave that for a second before I take my saves. So I've got 5 lookout sirs for an independent character, which is a 2+.
Yeah.
So he looks out Sir 5 times, and that annihilates the rest of the squad,
And him.
and he will take his refractor
Yeah.
field save on a 5. So he doesn't, and he dies. So cheers for turning up, lads, to the destroyers. Though you have done a bit of damage there. You
Yeah,
killed a rhino, didn't they?
Game changer.
Yeah.
Next, we'll do the plasma gun squad into the Land Raider with a squad still in it.
So that's the Rhino with the squad still in it.
Right.
I'm happy to take the Land Raider.
Proxy.
But
Right, so rapid firing.
yeah, there's no coke cans on this table. Rapid firing into the side. Are you
10
sure you want
shots.
to do that? Because you might kill more points worth of
Okay.
plasma guns.
We're brave. Okay, this is looking familiar. So there's 3 get hot, 1 miss.
And then 4s to glance my Rhino. So the Rhino is penned 3 times.
So let's see what happens there.
So he's immobilised,
Yeah.
so he's just wrecked.
And
And the
then
guys will disembark. Now
No.
you're overheat, sir. So Chris fails 2, and I'd just like to get these getting taken off in camera. Oh yeah, that makes me feel good.
feels dirty.
The tactical squad has disembarked out of line of sight using their own Rhino as cover.
As expected.
Yeah, it's got to be done. And Chris is going to attempt to charge with his Terminator squad
I think so. We should be
on the long bomb charge into
long
the
bomb
Rhino.
charge on a 12 on the Unimatic.
Okay.
No
So,
problem.
can you get that? Because you're an Iron Hand that gets -1 to stuff.
That's only when it comes to running and going to ground.
Right.
So-
Okay, so you can't go to ground and -1 to run.
Exactly.
Okay, so 12 for the charge.
Oh!
Almost!
Got it.
I feel the pain there. But I think that's over to me for a bit of wrecking.
Oh, there is
pace.
one more thing.
One more thing.
The Blessed Autosilma on the Dreadnought to get a hull point back on a 6.
Ah.
Nope.
No, is that the only thing that you've got with...
Oh no, there's this Rhino that you didn't manage to kill.
Oh, I
you did
killed
kill
it.
it.
Yeah.
You ignore me.
That is Chris's turn 3, of which he's killed a Rhino and...
Your destroyers and a
My
Moritat.
destroyers and a Moritat, yeah. I can't believe I forgot about them, that was a big blow. that really injured
How little
my
they
hand.
meant.
Yeah. So we will come back with my turn 3 and hopefully some vengeance. Okay, so moving into Iron Warrior's turn 3, I think we desperately need to cause some casualties before these Terminators arrive. So, for movement, there's not going to be loads, but I think it's going to be pivotal. So, the Leviathan's just going to wander with the difficult terrain test over this Predator.
Yeah.
We'll just leave him where he is for now, because wobbliness. The Rhino is going to move 6 and reverse into this gap and disembark its passengers here. The tactical squad has disembarked within 6 of the back of the Rhino, ready to shoot some strength 3 ineffectiveness into Chrissy's tactical squad. But isn't that the way of tactical squads? The tactical squad here is gonna mosey closer to the plasmas, ready to fire some pistols and charge. Because I'm not too worried about that tactical squad next to me. I imagine the strength 4 handbags will not do much to my armor saves. This Rhino is destroyed. This Rhino is going to reverse 6 inches to here, leaving the tactical squad to be able to move right close to Chris's tactical squad, because I was planning on Fury of the Legioning, but as Chris pointed out, the strength reduction from Iron Hands, I will not be doing that this turn. So I think that's it for movement, to be honest. I've moved the Dreadnought, I've moved the Rhinos, I've even moved the tactical squads. So I think it's on into shooting. Chris has pointed out that I'm cheating here and I can't in fact charge. So I'm going to move the squad back and act like nothing ever happened. So they will all be back here. So the squad is moved back. I hope Chris is
I'm
okay
happy
with
with
that
that, I'm fine.
arrangement.
I'm fine.
Yeah, he's happy for me to shoot him with my strength 3 bolters. And we will come back to the shooting phase, of which I'm going to shoot some strength 3 bolters. Yeah. We're going to start by Fury the Legioning the tactical squad into your plasmas.
Okie doke.
Chris. So I've got 20 dice that I'm going to roll twice, hitting on 3s. So that's 5 misses from the first 20. So the second 20, after 15 hits from the first, makes 31 hits.
31 hits.
Fairly happy with that one. So I roll these 20 dice and roll 11 again. So I'm wounding on 5s because of Chris's -1 strength. So that's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 from the first 20 and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 total wounds. That's very good. 50% of those.
Well, the closest guy is the Sergeant in Artificer.
So the closest guy is Artificer Sergeant. So Chris is going to start rolling all of the wounds on him. Is this where you get 15 single saves?
That would be magical, wouldn't it?
Oh no.
Alright, he's dead.
He's dead after how many?
That was 8.
8. So 7 saves left for the final 2 Iron Hands. Of which only 1 more dies.
Boop.
Tragedy.
One more
Absolute
Iron
tragedy.
Hand.
Okay. So I've got then 10 pistols from this squad into the Iron Hands Tactical Squad. So 10 pistols hitting on 3s and then wounding on 5s. So that's 2 wounds on Chrissy's Tactical Squad.
So unfortunately the closest guy once again is the Sergeant in Artificer. So 2 ups.
Of course he is. Saved and saved on a double 6.
I'll take it.
Boo. Next in the shooting phase, I'm going to be firing my Havocs at Chrissy's Terminators. Is that your character in the front?
It is.
It is.
It's brave.
So Chrissy's 3+ invulnerable save character is in the front. Is that Praetor?
It is.
It is. Right, so let's start with the las cannons. So 4 las cannons hitting on 2s. And then followed by 2s to wound. So 4 wounds, which will double you out because they are strength 9 -1 to your 8.
I'm going to have to look out, Sarah, I think.
So 2 up lookout sirs on the character. 2 failed.
Oh!
So do you want to do those second?
Yes, I'll do a normal Gorgon save first. Nope, so 1's dead.
Yeah.
And then the character.
2 on the character.
I'll do these one at a time. Oh, he survives!
Oh. I was ready to film your face as he died then.
No.
Okay, so 3 missile launchers, which I imagine you won't care about as much.
Not at all.
So 2 hits from the missile launchers. There's a strength 7, so still wounded on 2s, but won't double him out. So 1 wound on a 4.
Well, on a 2.
Mine was a 4.
Well, yeah. Saved.
So he saves it because missile launchers are a rubbish AP of 3. So next, I'm going to fire the laser destroyers into the same. So 1 hit, but they are luckily twin linked. So 3 hits from the laser destroyers. Strength 8 because of your -1. So 3 wounds from the laser destroyers.
I will look out, sir, once again.
You will. So 3 lookout sirs gone through.
Oh, 3 died.
3 dead. Oh, because they're in 5 up armor, aren't they? Ooh. Is that just him on his own now?
There's the Sergeant left, the hammer bearer from the Gorgons.
Shame. So, next we would go with the tactical squad that will rapid fire into Chris's tactical squad here. Just to get the really effectual stuff done. 20 shots because of the double tap, hitting on 3s. That wasn't the best roll I've ever made. So 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 hits and then 3 wounds on the 5s because Chris gives my -1 to shooting.
3 ups. Ooh,
2 Iron Hands dead. Oh no, the weaker Legion died. Then finally, from my assault phase, will be the Leviathan into the Predators. Who gets in? Easy. So, 5 attacks again, and you didn't move, so I auto hit.
Correct.
And then auto pen.
Yeah.
and we will see if the closest explodes on its one remaining hull point.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, so it just wrecks it.
Yeah.
And then the remaining predator is just
destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will come back to Chris's turn 4.
Right.
Okay, so when I said it would be Chris's turn 4, I lied. And in fact was going to charge, which Chris nicely pointed out, my tactical marines into Chris's tactical marines. I imagine he's not worried too much about the danger.
I'm not even going to Overwatch. I'm that confident.
Oh, is that is a slap in the face?
Yes. I don't care.
Okay, so I'm easily in the charge range with an 8. And we will get this combat underway. Okay, so in this combat, we're immediately starting off with the challenge of the sergeant with fists.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll actually have to go last in case they kill any dudes that are going to strike anyway.
Yep.
So I have 9 extra close combat weapon tacticals, which are going to strike simultaneously with you, but I get 27 attacks.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 20 dice and hit you on 4s. Re-rolling 7. So re-rolling 7 to make the 27. So I've hit with 14 attacks and 4s to wound because Chris doesn't give -1 in the assault phase. So that is a mighty 7 wounds.
7 wounds. Well, I've not done right well so far, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so Chris is now worried about taking these saves due to his tactical squad killing, or his plasmas killing themselves. 3. Do you know what? I'm happy with that in a tactical combat.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Have you also got extra close combat weapons?
I do.
Okay, so Chris is going to strike back with the entire squad again.
Yeah.
So he gets 14... No.
18, that's right.
Okay, so Chris is going to roll 9 attacks twice. Hitting on 4s.
Ooh.
3 hits from the first batch.
Not good.
Oh, that's significantly better.
Okay, so that's good.
So that's 10 total hits.
Nearly 4.
So
That is
that's
6
6
saves.
saves. And get your stinking dice out. We're in combat now. Okay, so 6 saves on the Iron Warriors. On 3s, all saved. So it might all come down to the tactical sergeants in their challenge. So the tactical sergeants in the challenge. Do you want to roll yours first, Chris?
No, you do yours first.
Are we going to roll off to see who rolls first?
There you go.
Fine. Okay, so I hit once. So anything but a 1 will squash his sergeant. Oh no! So they fail to squash. 1 hit.
You
And
did.
he squashes my sergeant. So I have done 3 wounds in that combat versus Chris's 1.
Yeah.
So Chris is on a leadership test at -2.
That's
And he fails. So Chris, you will fall back. So you go first. 2, 1. You get away. And do you run? Right, so Chris runs directly away from me. 2d6. 9, which is enough to take him off the board, I believe.
I think you're probably right. Let's have a look.
That's 9 inches. So the 9 inches will take him off the board.
Whoa.
So although he gets the glory of his sergeant squashing my sergeant, who's got a weak fist,
He has got a very weak fist.
the damage has been done on this flank. Chris also, in fact, needed a leadership test for this plasma gun, who had been rapid fired.
Uh-oh.
In he passes, so he's sticking around for another turn of rapid fire.
Praetor also needs one.
Oh. So the Praetor, with his leadership of 10,
Loves
sticks
it.
around. We are back with Chris's turn 4, of which he can finally shoot the Cortus Contemptor again.
There's not much left now.
It's not, you can maybe fire it back against the bunker.
Yeah, and that might be the target.
So, let's get on into the movement phase.
So I'm going to leave those there because they're going to fury.
Okay.
The
The tacticals are staying where they are to fury.
plasma gun squads are just going to edge up here so they can shoot the Leviathan in the back.
Okay.
The lone plasma gun there is just going to hang out.
He's in rapid fire range of everything he wants to do anyway.
And then the Terminators will just continue their slow march to death. Their death.
Hopefully their death, yeah.
And that is it.
Okay. So, shooting phase of Chris. Shooting phase, Chris.
I'm going to shoot the conversion beamer at the... I'm going to go for the rapiers.
After the rapiers.
In the building.
So, from the other board edge, all the way to the rapiers in the building.
So roll 2. So it goes that way 5.
So this was on the central rapier.
Yeah.
And gets the rapier and both crewmen and anything else. And nothing else. So that's 3 hits on the rapier units in total.
Roll to wound.
So strength 10 against toughness 7, 2s.
Or wound.
And then a 4-up save for being in the building. Which I don't trust Chris's dice anymore. So, 2 wounds on the closest rapier.
Yep.
Will bring this rapier, it will kill the crewman at the front and bring the rapier carriage down to 1 wound.
Next, we will rapid fire the plasma guns into the back of the Leviathan.
I imagine so.
Just get an extra dice.
So, 1 overheat and 3 hits.
So the overheat, I survived. And then your rear armour is 12.
Yeah. So 5s to glance.
Nothing.
Yes. The Leviathan lives another turn.
Next we'll go...
Hyron Denomines is going to go on a tear. I think I know where he's going next turn.
And then we'll roll for the lone plasma gun guy shooting into the squad that was just in combat.
The lone plasma gun into the tactical squad.
Both hit. 2 dead.
2 dead, but no panic check because they are Iron Warriors. Chris is going to Fury the Legion because his is actually useful, not being at -1 toughness, on -1 strength. So he's got 8 guys rapid firing.
32 shots.
32 shots.
So I'll roll these twice.
Okay. Other dice are available.
So that is 3, 6, 9 so far.
Ooh.
12, 15, 18.
Okay, so the 16 dice, so roll them once and re-roll 2.
Yep.
So on 4s. And Chris gets a respectable amount of wounds there.
4, 6, 9 saves, please.
So 9 saves. So 9 saves, and I've got 4 guys before the sergeant since Chris wants to play that game. 2, 3, 4, yes. 1 dead, 2 dead. So 2 dead tacticals, and still no morale check.
Respectable.
That was. Normally they go into nothing. So Chris is going to attempt the long bomb charge of his Terminator Predator into what target, Chris?
I'm going to go for this Rhino because that's a bit closer.
Into the 35-point Rhino.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nope.
I don't think it's that.
No, definitely not.
So that's the end of Chris's turn 4. In my turn 4, we've got some work to do. Though Chris has nicely reminded me that I've got Phosphex on my Leviathan, which he really shouldn't have done. So, we're going to start with a difficult terrain test for the Leviathan. A 3. So, he doesn't mosey too far. He just gets back to the other side of the Predator. My tactical squad is going to take a difficult terrain to get over the tank traps.
Yep.
No, they're not. They're going to conga line to there. far enough away, hopefully, to not get phospec'd by my own phospects. The tactical squad down here is gonna leave its options open and move to here. One thing we both forgot about all game is the combi bolters on rhinos, which I'm now really hoping take out this final plasma guy. And then I think we're gonna have tactical marines joint charging rhinos. Starting off with the combi bolter on top of the surviving rhino, I'm going to rapid fire into Chris's lone plasma marine. So 2 hits from the rhino, wounding on 5s, no wounds. Cheers for turning up. I'm then going to shoot the las cannon havocs at Chris's Terminator squad. So 4 las cannons hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 2s. So 3 wounds on Chris's Terminator squad. Now I can only actually see, by being in arc, the rear Terminator.
Okay.
So I can't damage Chris's Praetor at the moment.
So I will roll to save. He's dead.
He's dead now.
That's quick.
It was. And then next, I'm going to go with the 3 laser rapiers into the Praetor. So twin linked, hitting on 3s is 3 hits. And then strength 9 minus 1, 8 will double Chris out on 2s. So 3 wounds on 2s.
3 ups, build a suspense.
He's gone. So
It's looking grim now.
it is, I think. Those 2 failed charges didn't do you much
No.
help. So the Phosphex discharger into...
What's left?
So I think into the plasma squad is the only thing that can hurt the Leviathan. So the Phosphex discharger is going to be placed here on the head of the central plasma guy. See those 2 plasma marines? The middle one.
Okay.
So the first hits,
Yep.
the second hits, and the third moves 2 inches
Probably even better.
to here and gets 2 tactical marines.
Yep.
So there's 6 hits. Oh no, 4 hits on the tactical marines, 4 on the plasmas.
Yep.
So 4 hits on the plasma marines is 3. Sorry, 4 wounds. And then 4 on the tacticals is 3 dead. No other shooting and a couple of charges. So the tactical squad here is going to go into Chris's tactical squad.
Okay.
Do you want to Overwatch?
Nope.
No, Chris don't believe in Overwatching. It's a bit that should be removed from the game. Or at least given command points or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only way forward, isn't it? And on the other side of the board, over here, my tactical squad is going to split charge into Chris's plasma and Chris's rhino.
Okay.
And then the other tactical squad is going to split charge into both rhinos.
Okay.
So the squad into both rhinos is in. Surprisingly, that one. And the squad split charging into the plasma marine as the primary target. Do you want to Overwatch with your plasma?
Nope. But yes, I will.
Chris does want to Overwatch. He's broken his core tenant.
No.
No hits. So the charge distance 10. They're in.
That'll do.
The tactical squad combat over here. I'm going to issue a challenge and hopefully not get squashed this time.
I'll accept.
Okay, so The remaining tactical marines fighting first simultaneously. How many do you have, Chris?
I have 3.
3. So do you want to go first with
Might as
your
well.
6 attacks?
4s. 2.
2 hits and
4s.
1 wound. So a 3-up save from the squad. And he's fine.
Loves it.
18 attacks from the tactical marines. Hitting on 4s. 6, 7 hits.
Now the wounds.
So 7 hits, but I can't really complain about any luck this game, I don't think, with the surviving Leviathan. And 3 wounds.
Right, let's do some power armor saves. 1 dice.
And now, the sergeants. You first. I went first last time. You can't force me this time. 2 hits. 2 squashes. Wounds. So, my sergeant's dead and 1 more tactical marine. My sergeant attacking back. 3 hits.
Ooh.
3 squashed.
Squad.
Much more useful tactical sergeant there, even in death. So, no consolidation here, and moving over to the big mess of a combat.
Should I do my lone plasma gun?
Yeah, Chris is going to go first with his lone plasma gun.
Misses.
And now we get the joy of working out who's attacking where. So we've got 4 guys attacking into Chris's plasma marine. So 12 attacks into the plasma marine. 2, 6 hit, and then wounded on 4s. 5 wounds.
Well, he's been a hero so far.
He has. He's not overheated. And he saves them all!
No, I've got 2.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Gutted.
The campaign of false information doesn't end. So, remaining tactical marines into the Rhino. I'll start with the Sergeant, just because he's more useful. So he auto hits because you didn't move those.
Correct.
This turn. And he's strength 10, glance, and 2 pens.
Yep.
So see if the pens explode, which they do.
Alright.
And it explodes 2 inches. Enough to get this bubble here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect.
And bye-bye tank. So 10 to wounds on 4 ups.
3.
So 3 ups, 2 dead. Oh, that Rhino got his points back. Okay, and the tactical marines into the other Rhino. I've got 4 that can now strike into it. So that's 12 attacks. Or do I do crack grenades?
Good question.
I'm going to go crack grenades. So it auto hits because Chris didn't move. Strength 6. 2 pens. And Chris is immobilized, so he's not moving in the next turn. So, we're now on to Chris's turn
5.
So we're back to Chris's turn 5.
Yeah, and I think I'm just going to concede at this point, because I've only got really 2 rhinos.
So is this immobilized Rhino here?
Yeah, and 1 over here. And the Contemptor's still alive, but at this stage,
yeah,
there's just not enough left on the board to do anything.
Fair play. We're going to chess style concede.
Good game.
Good game, Chris. Right, and we will bring it back for the wrap up. Okay, so we're back for the wrap up of the first Heresy game on the channel. Yeah, so Chris conceded.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really blame you at that point. Luck had not swung your way.
No.
In that game. Like, I think coming on with the Predators in this corner.
Yeah.
Was a real big move. I think if that would have worked, it would have really worked.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think if I probably shouldn't have split the fire, but
to definitely take out that one of the two targets.
But I think the problem would be is whichever target was left had the ability to kill the squadron.
Yeah.
So it's a case of either it's default glory. I either kill them both, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Like, I was hoping maybe even just to stun the Leviathan, but because it was just glances, it was.
Yeah, well, I think the plasma squads worked really well when they got out the rhinos. They were really scary.
Yeah,
they can do a lot of hull points to those like 13, 12 targets. Yeah. But that was just down to the dice. They just didn't do the dice were not in your favour in that game. No.
And the thing with Leviathans, you got 4 pin fun. It's all swingy, isn't it? So you don't know what it's going to do.
Yeah. But I will say my bum was flapping. When you came in with all those outflanks, my bum was flapping because I was like, oh no, you're in the rear armour of everything.
I did it in the wrong order. Like, the Predator cannons should have gone into the Arcus.
Yeah.
Because the rear armour of that was 12.
Rather than the 13 of the Leviathan.
But for some reason, I just thought it was... I don't know what I thought, but I thought the auto cannons were strength 8.
It's okay, Chris, it's okay.
That was the issue.
And this is our first Heresy game back. I think for both of us. Yeah, because we've been playing mainly Fantasy. I've been playing mainly Fantasy 6 and Mordheim.
Yeah, I think pre-COVID probably was the last time I played.
Really?
Yeah.
That long ago?
Yeah.
Oh no, we played in the Mega Battle a few months ago.
Yeah, but that's
not really a 1v1 style setting.
Yeah.
But what unit do you reckon went best for you?
Probably Conversion Beaver. Cortus at the back of the board. Just quietly picking stuff off.
For 2 turns though, start firing the rest. I think popping the Leviathan on turn 1 was really big, because that was another... It would have been 4 hull points of 4+ invulnerable running at you.
Yeah, and that other squad, those 2 rhinos that came on over there, if that Leviathan was still there.
You see, I'd say that the plasma squads were really good for you. Just having the outflanking plasma squads, and they limited me so much. That was more what I would say than their actual instant damage.
I think as a threat,
the limiting of what I did.
Yeah, as a threat, they're good, but their performance, they didn't really do much. Like the bolters killed more than the plasma guns. To
be honest, I don't think having out of the 10 you kill 5 of your own dudes in one turn with the plasma. That's more of a luck thing again.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what this game came down to, was the bad luck on the 5. I just realised, 5 out of the 10 killed themselves one turn.
You had a lot of heavy weapons, didn't you, compared to the other? So
compared, the Iron Havocs are always solid.
Yeah.
Always solid, and they sat there in a bunker.
Yeah.
In range of pretty much everything in the table all the time. And then having the last kind of rapiers are also fairly solid all the time. They're not amazing like Havocs are, but they're solid all the time. And then I think the Leviathan surviving on this...
That made a big deal.
On the flank with the icon wall. That was the game changer.
Yeah.
That was the game changer, because it meant you were... It took out the Predators and then took out both squads effectively.
Yeah.
It just muted them. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, that was it, because your destroyers had come in.
Yeah.
Had a pretty awful time, really. Had one turn and then
but the plasmas
them,
But they were not man of the match.
But the Leviathan just held that entire flank up, didn't it? So
so when can I look forward to some AV14 goodness coming
on the Land Raiders. We can do that. I can bring some Land Raiders. Do 3K or something.
Well, that's your usual list, isn't it? For everyone that doesn't know Chris is AV14 Chris.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's what you need, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
14, 20. That's
what it's the death coffins that I like. But I think we will join everyone next time for another possibly AV14 fest if Chris is on. And we'll see you there.